Guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetspeak.com, and today we are going to do a quick comparison of the Samsung Galaxy S3 with the latest newly launched Samsung Galaxy S4. This is how both of these devices look. I'm actually doing this comparison with a different color, but this comparison is actually not about the color. It is actually about the overall build quality and the changes which we see in hardware as well as in software on Samsung Galaxy S4 as compared to the Samsung Galaxy S3. We have a 720p display over here. We have a 1080p display over here. Display and the formation of the text is much sharper on Samsung Galaxy S4 as compared to the Samsung Galaxy S3 which we have over here. If you can notice it, then it is good. You may not be able to notice this difference with the naked eye right now. The dimensions of both of these phones are fairly good to actually hold any of these phones in one of your hands. If we take a look over the S4, the display size has been increased from 4.8, which was earlier on Samsung Galaxy S3, now to 5-inch. And again, I do not notice much difference, especially when it comes to the size of the phone. The size of the phone, if we take a look over the size, Samsung Galaxy S4 is actually of the same size as you see on Samsung Galaxy S3. We have rounded edges on Samsung Galaxy S3, which gives you a very nice grip in your hand, whereas you have again rounded edges. You have the rounded back cover over here, and these edges are again flat. But again, it gives you a pretty good feel when you hold the device in one of your hand. But S3 actually feels much more better when you hold it because of the more rounded edges which you can see over here, and you can easily notice the roundness of the edges is much higher on S3 as compared to the S4. As the processor is concerned, we have an octa-core processor which is a combination of two processors, 1.2 GHz quad core, 1.6 GHz quad core, whereas you have 1.4 GHz quad core processor only on Samsung Galaxy S3. So again, in terms of the overall processor performance and the powerfulness, Samsung Galaxy S4 is much more powerful than Samsung Galaxy S3. We have 2 GB of RAM on Samsung Galaxy S4, and we have 1 GB of RAM, which is again quite the double if we compare it. If you look on the back side of the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Samsung Galaxy S4 over here, we have a camera which has a much larger lens. Again, this is a 13 megapixel camera, and here we have a 8 megapixel camera. And if we take a look over the placement of the loudspeaker has been moved from this point to this point over here on Samsung Galaxy S4, as you can see, whereas you have the LED flash over here on S3, and you have the LED flash below the camera on Samsung Galaxy S4. And if we take a look over the back side on Samsung Galaxy S3 is much more glossy, even if I compare it with the white variant, which is actually normally glossy on the Samsung Galaxy S3 as well. It has a very nice texture inside the back cover, which actually makes it less glossy as compared to the Samsung Galaxy S3. Look on the front side, if we notice the sensor placement, we have some additional sensors on the Samsung Galaxy S3 which will again facilitate the different features like smart scroll, smart stay on this device, and you also have air view, air gesture on this device. If you take a look on the front side at the bottom, we have the same kind of home button, although it is much more rounded over here, and it is a kind of a rounded rectangle which we see over here, and it is not exactly a rectangle. And as far as the touch buttons are concerned, we have the similar kind of touch buttons, the touch capacitor buttons on both of these devices below the display on the front screen. Display is Super AMOLED on both of these devices, but the resolution is also different. We have 1280 into 720 pixels resolution on Samsung Galaxy S3, 1920 into 1080 pixel resolution, which is a high definition resolution on Samsung Galaxy S4, which is actually better. If you actually take a look on these devices closer, you will see that the text and the overall pixels are much more finer in terms of the sharpness on the Samsung Galaxy S4 as compared to the S3. But the software UI is much more enhanced with large number of new features. Either it is the motion related features, or either it is any other feature you can think of on Samsung Galaxy S4 as compared to the S3. From us, as far as the quick hands-on review and comparison of Samsung Galaxy S3 with S4 is concerned, do like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.